Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So today I'm sitting down with you and sharing my September favorites, and I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt today because it is surprisingly warm. It's in the high 70s. I'm trying to enjoy the last little bit of warmth before we fully move into fall. I've been trying out a number of products this month and found some that I've really been enjoying, and I found some that have been big flops. So I'm going to be sharing my favorites and also a flop with you this time. So if you're interested to hear what I'm loving in clean beauty and not loving, be sure to stay tuned. Also, if you like hearing about clean beauty in general, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so that you're notified of when I post new videos. And also come follow me on Instagram. I'm at naturallybeautifulgirlkat there. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So first off, I did a review of Rowan Beauty. I'm going to link that up above. I tried their brand new mascara. I tried their eyebrow pencil. I tried their lip glosses. And out of all of the products I tried from them, there was one clear standout favorite for me. And that was, very unsurprisingly, their eyeshadow palette. I have the 75 degrees warm palette. I'm wearing just this palette on my lids today. And it is a cream shadow formula, but I really like it. And especially when I layer it on top of my Air & Spaces eye primer, I find that it does hold up very well. It does crease a little bit on me, but it's something that's very easy for me to just take my finger and re-blend out throughout the day. But I really have been enjoying this. It's perfect for really quick, really easy eye looks. And especially right now, just this whole staying at home, I've been wearing makeup because I love wearing makeup. And it honestly just makes me feel happy. And I enjoy putting on some for my Zoom calls, but also just for myself. And this is kind of the perfect product for me because it's just something really fast, really easy, very effortless. And I don't need brushes. I can just blend it out using my fingers and I'm good to go. I really, really have been loving this. I highly recommend it. I was worried that this warm palette would be too warm, but I find that it's definitely on the warm side, but it's not an overly warm palette. And I definitely would like to pick up their 1111 palette. I think when Sephora has their next VIB sale, I will go ahead and pick that up. But so far, I have to say I'm very impressed. If you'd like to hear more about this, see a demo of me using it, check out my video. This next one is actually one that I meant to mention in my last August favorites video. And then I totally forgot about it. And I was sitting down to edit and I was like, oh no, I forgot to mention this. So now I'm mentioning it in this video, but it has been a favorite of mine for a couple months now, which is also really quite impressive. And that is this brush right here. I know that some of you saw me post about this on my Instagram stories. This is the Ecotools brush. I will link the exact one I have down below. I always link all the products I talk about, but I don't remember what number or name of this brush is, but I will find it for you. It's shaped like this and it's kind of fluffy. Mine's a little dirty right now because I've been using it and loving it. It's kind of like a stippling brush. It's not overly dense. It's just nice and flexible and it's very, very soft. The handle is super pretty. It's not even showing up perfectly well on oh, it's called a bronzing brush. There we go. That's what the name of it is. It's kind of this pink speckledy material. It's matte. I don't know. I like it. But what I want to tell you about is this brush is amazing. It is so affordable and this is one of the best brushes I've ever come across. So I picked it up thinking I would use it for cream, even though it's meant for powder products, and I started using it for powder products and I loved it so much I haven't actually gotten around to trying it out for cream products, which I still need to do. I actually bought 2 of these brushes, so hopefully I plan to use the other one for cream products. But this brush is so good at blending out blush. And I mean, you could also use it for bronzer, but I don't really use bronzer as much in the fall and winter, so I've really been using this for blush. And it has been amazing. I typically am using cream blushes. However, this brush has made me re-fall in love with powdered blushes because it works so well. It just blends powdered blushes out effortlessly. It took my favorite powdered blushes and then it just made them that much easier to apply. It's just woo, and it blends. I don't know, it's some sort of magic. If you are in the market for a good brush to use for bronzers, to use for powdered blushes, I feel this could, I mean, it'd be kind of tedious, but you could also use this to powder your face. It's just a really good brush. Something about the density of it is just magically perfect. Whoever designed this, shout out to you because you did an amazing job. I really, really love this. I highly recommend it. I know you guys were curious about it. I haven't tested it out for cream, but that's because I fell in love with it, using it for powder and was like, this is amazing. But I think also just judging from the density of it and the way it's designed, it probably would work very well for cream as well. But it's a great, really affordable brush. You can get it at Ulta. I think I ordered mine from Ulta.com. I can't say enough good things about it. Like, to the point that it has taken me, a cream blush lover, and actually made me enjoy wearing powder blushes because it just works so well. And it just gives me this very effortless blush look. I have a powder blush on today. I actually have the one from the Aether Beauty, which one is this? The Aether Beauty Rose Quartz cheek palette. I have that blush and I have on the Compassion blush and the heart highlighter on, but it just works so well. Like, I already love that palette, but it made it even easier to use and made the blush application even more seamless and better. You guys have left me so many comments about this video, and hopefully I'll answer some of your questions right now. So, are we at all surprised for me to be saying that I love the Kjaer Weis new foundation? This is their Invisible Touch Liquid Foundation, and I have the shade F112 Lightness. I've seen your comments. This shade, it does work for me. Like, it's a smidge deep. Like, I would have liked just a smidge lighter of the shade. I like it. It works well. And especially because it's a little bit more of a lightweight foundation, it works really well with the shades. Like, when a foundation is a little bit more light in coverage, I find it easier to fudge shades a little bit. Like, if this were a more full coverage product, this shade would be giving me more problems. I am wearing this today, and basically I've worn this every single day since I first tried this, which has been basically a week now because I just loved it. The only complaint I have about this foundation is upon further use, I don't like their little dropper. I find that it just doesn't actually pull up product that well in the dropper, but that's my only complaint about it. I actually find it to be less messy of a dropper than the Ilia, what is it called? Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40 foundation. I got a lot of questions asking me how this one compares to that one. The Ilia Super Skin Tint is a little heavier. I find this one to be a lighter foundation. That's why I compared it to the Kosas Tinted Oil Foundation. Also the Vapour Liquid Velvet Foundation. It's more that consistency. It's very liquidy. The Ilia is definitely liquidy, but it's a little thicker and it feels a little heavier on the skin. I feel like this one just sinks into my skin better. I've had questions about whether this is my new favorite foundation. To be fully transparent, I like different foundations at different times of the year. The Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation, the OG Ilia foundation, works all year round for me. And that's rare. Like, it's one of the few foundations that works like year round for me. But typically during the summer, I do live in Boston and it does get quite hot. I need a little bit more of a matte foundation during the summer, and I want something a little bit more nourishing during the winter as my skin does get drier. So this one for me is going to be great for fall, winter, and spring. However, I unfortunately did not get this in the peak of summer, so I can't tell you how this works when my skin is like super, super oily. But I suspect, just given my experience with my skin and using other similar foundations, that this one will not work that well for me in the summer. So for right now, it's like my favorite foundation at the moment for this time of year for what my skin needs. However, as my skin gets drier, I might need something a little bit more dewy. But right now, this is like working super, super well. And I think if you have a more normal skin type, this foundation will probably be more forgiving for you throughout the year. However, just with my oily skin and the climate I live in, which varies, I definitely have to vary my foundations. Hopefully that makes sense. But regardless, I have been loving this. Like, it just sinks into my skin beautifully. It wears so well throughout the day. Also, I've been wearing this for a week now, and I can tell you, it's not breaking me out. Woohoo! So that's great. I'm not having any like sensitivities to any of the ingredients. Like, this is an expensive foundation, but it's honestly one of the best ones I've tried. I really love the Range Beauty. However, I noticed now that, see, this is what I'm talking about. I love the Range Beauty foundation. However, now that my skin is getting a little drier, it can look a little dry on me if I don't have a really good moisturized base on. And I'm interested to retry the Exit foundation now that the seasons are transitioning. However, like right now, I don't know if it just like the stars aligned in this foundation. I tried it out at the exact right time of year, but it is so, so good for me right now. Okay, the next product is probably no surprise to you guys. I finally did pick this up. It took me a little, I don't know, I was a little behind on this. And that is the new Tower 28 Milky Lip Glosses. I got the shade in Coconut, which is like the kind of darker pink shade. I love the Tower 28 gloss formula already. It's an amazing price too. These are like $14. So as soon as I saw this version, the Milky version come out, I knew I had to pick it up. Here's what it looks like. It's beautiful. I like that it does provide a little bit more pigmentation because, as I talk about all the time, my lips naturally don't have a lot of pigmentation, and I like my lip products to really add some color to my lips. I was okay with the original formula. I just kind of had to embrace it as it was, as more of like a gentle wash of color, but it did provide my lips some color, especially because I have this shade here, which is XOXO, which is a really vibrant color. So like that helped to counteract the sheerness of the formula. But I really do like this one. I was thinking about it, and it's not, obviously it's not perfectly opaque. Like there is some, you can see my skin through it. Like it is more opaque than the original formula, but not as opaque as some of the other lip glosses I've tried in Clean Beauty. However, especially when I think about the price point, like I think about this one compared to like the Rowan lip gloss, which I unfortunately think is in my purse and not in front of me right now. But if I compare those two side by side, like they're similar in levels of pigmentation. However, this one's $14. Like it's just a better price. And honestly, I prefer, I don't know, there's something about this formula. It's a little stickier, it's a little thicker than the Rowan, but it's just for some reason I still just find it very comfortable. I've been enjoying this lip gloss since I picked it up. I've been wearing it every day. It's perfect, especially for just being around the house, for wearing on Zoom calls. I'm not really wearing it out because it would get stuck to my mask, which would be a bit of a mess, but I really am enjoying it. If you're curious about it, these are great. It's the exact same Tower 28 lip gloss formula that we've already come to know and love, but just in a bit more of a pigmented version. So definitely an A+ product. Okay, this one here I've talked about in my Good Molecules video, which I'm going to link up above in case you have not watched it yet. But this is the Good Molecules Niacinamide Serum. I've been meaning to talk about this on my channel, but I keep forgetting to. It's like one of those products that's just become so integrated into my routine and so much of a staple that I forgot to actually talk about it in a favorites video. Like I've loved it for so long, I kept feeling like I must have talked about it, but then when I looked back, I realized I haven't actually talked to you about this in a favorite. So I figured following up on my Good Molecules video, this is the perfect time to do that. This is their niacinamide serum. I've talked about it more extensively in the Good Molecules video, but let's just say I love it. Like I have almost finished this bottle up. Like we're nearly empty here, and it's just been a beautiful product. This product is one of the reasons my skin has just been doing really well. I've not been having a lot of acne. My skin's just been really happy, and it really coincided with me using this product and introducing it into my skincare routine. Obviously, it's up to you to decide whether you want to use Good Molecules, whether you consider their ingredients to be clean. To me, this is sufficiently clean. And in certain cases, I like their ingredients better than those found in like more traditional clean brands. So it really just depends on your thoughts on skincare and ingredients. But I like this. I feel very comfortable using it, and it's definitely been doing wonders for my skin. And I really need to purchase another bottle of this. And the great thing about it too is it is super affordable. Like I think it's around the $12 mark, which is, you know, can't complain about that. So now we're gonna move on to the flop. This guy here, the Kosas Big Clean Mascara. I wanted to love this. I really wanted to love this. I keep trying it, even though I posted my review about it being like, I don't like this. I've kept trying this. And the more I've kept trying it, the more I have disliked it. So actually my level of like dislike has steadily gone up since that video I posted, which is not great news for the mascara. And I'm gonna show you why. I have it on my eyes today, and let me tell you, first off, I saw Caroline from Cosmetics by Caroline talking about this on one of her Instagram stories. So it's not just me that's experiencing this. She had really bad smudging of this. This mascara smudges. Like I normally don't complain about like getting mascara under my eyes throughout the day. This one smudges so badly on me. I'm wearing it right now. I just put it on a few minutes ago, but trust me, in a few hours, it's gonna be all under my eyes. Also, like the brush it's so clumpy. This mascara is clumpy. Like it's not even looking that bad on the brush because I just cleaned the brush off to apply this. But you can see like the mascara is clumped onto the brush, especially like at the end. And what that means is that this mascara is just like thick, it's gloopy, it goes from nothing to clump on your lashes. And this is a new mascara. I've not even had this one open. I mean, I've had this open for maybe like 15 to 20 days. Like we are not talking anywhere near close to 3 months. And this is just completely unusable. Like it's completely clumpy. Like to get my lashes to where they are right now, which is like not completely clumped, I had to use another brush and comb through my lashes to get the clumps out. And that's the problem I have every single time I use this mascara. And yes, believe it or not, before I went and applied my mascara today, I took my brush and like went like this on the sides of the tube to try and get some of the clumps off. And you can see like how much, hopefully you can see, yeah, you can see how clumpy that has become around the lid just from me scraping the brush off. I apologize if the scraping wasn't in focus. I'm doing what I can here, but like you can see how crusty that has become. And that's because this formula is just horrible. Like it's just thick, it's clumpy, it smudges on you, like it is bad. I love Kosas, and I'm probably never gonna get on their PR list like I dream about after this review, but it is a bad mascara. And I feel like I'm normally just like, oh, this mascara is good. Like this one is just bad, avoid it. If you were waiting for my update on this one, it's worse than I thought in that video. Like the clumpiness of the mascara has only gotten worse over time, which makes sense. Because as mascaras start drying out, they get thicker in formula, and the clumping has just like become completely unusable. And like I said, I'm not even a month into using it. So yeah, definitely pass on this one. That's all I've got to say. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my favorites. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And of course, be sure to subscribe to my channel and check me out on Instagram. And let us know in the comment section down below what some of your favorites have been recently. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye!